In this video, I will discuss about user-defined function in Informatica. So one thing is that reusability is the great feature of Informatica. So user-defined function is one reusable function. So one time write the definition and you can use many times. So by using UDF, it minimizes unnecessary coding, which ultimate to reduce development time. So that's the benefit of user-defined function. Now the definition is a user or defined function used in expression transformation to reuse expression logic and build complex expression. This complex user-defined function can be reused in multiple mappings. And it has two types. First is public UDF and second private UDF. So let's create user-defined function. So in any repository in downside, there is user-defined function is there. If you right click there, then you will get three options: allow docking, add and new. If you click new, then user-defined function page will come. So this is a default window. At here, you can give any name. So type of user-defined function are two. One is public and second private. So the definition of public UDF can be called from any user-defined function, expression transformation, task expression. And the definition of private UDF can be called from another user-defined function. So this time I'm going to create one public UDF. So I'm going to give name increase by increment sal. So this is a public, return type is not there, description or test for adding 1,000 rupees for each employee salary. Now add your argument is there. So now you can click a plus, then one argument will added at here, give it name. Sal. So specify the data type decimal. So that data type and in mapping label in mapping expression transformation that should be same. So now click on launch editor button. Hereafter in function, if you go down, so there is the user defined function is not created. So go to argument, add your salary, click on salary and plus 1,000. Validate. Now it's valid. Click OK. Now whatever the salary that will increase by 1,000. Now let's look at the insan. The user defined function has been created. Now go to source and import any source table into mapping. So we give it here name user defined. So add here in salary column is there. So let's see the records of employee. So add here one column salary. So that salary increased by 1,000. My intention is to add 1,000 rupees from each employee salary. Now take expression transformation and select all attributes and drag into expression transformation. Double click on expression transformation and after port type, now add new port, add your outside, give whatever you want. That should be decimal type because out here in UDF I specified uh, port or data type decimal. Now that should be output type. Now click on expression editor. So hereafter in a function tab there is a user defined function. So inksal is there. So if you double click at inksal, then uh, that will come colon UDF dot inksal. So inside there I specified the expression transformation port. So I'm going to increase the salary by 1000. Now validate. It's okay. Now click on target. So import target table and select all attribute and drag into. No, one thing is that first accept accept salary. I'm dragging into target. Now expression to commission to outside. Hereafter import salary column and odd column. Save the mapping. Mapping is valid. Now click on the workflow. Create one session for user defined function. User defined mapping is my mapping. Now double click on session. Go to mapping tab. Add your DB connection HR and target table DB connection HR con change bulk to normal and truncate target table option enable. Now click link task and save the mapping. Start the session. So session gets succeed. Let's see the records in source target definition. Give it a password. So look at there. 3300 is salary. Now that increased by 1000. That become 4300. 2900 salary increased by 1000. Now become 3900. 2400 increased by 1000. That become 3400. So by using UDF function, we can increase the salary by 1000. Now UDF function can call many mappings, multiple mappings. So at here I declare UDF at one time and it can be called in on many mappings. So now I'm going to create one more mapping. Give at here name UDF test. No, this time I'm going to use escort schema. Name EMP. Actor or style is there. Style part is there. Now let's take one expression transformation and drag all attributes to expression transformation. Same thing. Out. Style. Now specify the data type, decimal type. So actual style is the. Now I'm going to make that down. Now let's call UDF function. Go to user defined function and double click there. So specify the port. Style. Okay. Now drag target table. Select all and drag into target table. Save the mapping. Now go to workflow designer. Click on session. This time my mapping is MUDF test. Now double click there. So my source AMP is in escort schema, so leave that. And but target table is in HR schema. So change the type and truncate target table option. Now click on link task. So 40 record applied and affected. Let's see the records in target definition. So look at the 800 is the real salary. So that is increased by 1000. Now it became 1800. 1600 increased by 1000, 2600. 1250 increased by 1000. Then that will become 2250. So I created this mapping. The purpose of this mapping is to show you one time you declare one UDF function, so you can call this UDF function in multiple mappings. So this is the great advantage of UDF. Now this time I'm going to concatenate two name by using user defined function. So let's create new user defined function. Add your give name concat name. So time public. Add the argument first enum second enum. Data type string. Now click on launch editor button. So give out your formula concat. There are two arguments there. First name, comma, second name. Validate. Mapping is valid. Now click OK. So concat underscore name, one user defined function created. So add here There is first name and last name. So I'm going to concatenate two names. So go to expression transformation and port. After add on new port out underscore nm. So make it down. This is first name and this one. So here that should be output tag. Now call user defined function concat name. So give at here port. First port is first name and second port last name. Validate expression transformation, it's valid. Now hereafter let's cancel that link. Now select all attribute, drag into target. So this one is odd name, column 11. Save the mapping and refresh the session. So my mapping is m user defined function. Now refresh that mapping. Sorry, session. Now start the session. Now let's see the records in target table. Give it your password. So this is first name. This one is second name. So that's concatenate and column 11. Uh, so that concatenate and name is name concatenated name come. So James Marlowe concatenated and first name last name. So the name will come James Marlowe. First name is James, second name Marlowe. So by using user defined function we can also concatenate two names. Now next I'm going to create a private UDF. So click on user defined function after new. So give it your name pri user defined function. So give it here reverse a string. That should be a string data string type. Now click on launch editor. So argument use to reverse function first. All function or directly write reverse argument, put there and validate. So mapping is valid. Now go to expression. So hereafter create one public UDF. pub rev str. Now change the tab public. Give that here name str. Now click on launch editor. So in function go down. Private UDF is there. Double click and inside put str. Validate mapping is valid. Now click port. Hereafter add new port. Give out your name. That should be output time. Now in function user defined function. So private to user defined function is not visible. So by clicking public ref, we can call private ref function. So at here I'm going to reverse the name. So select the any ports. First name is the validate. Now save the mapping and drag this one also into target. Save the mapping. Replace the mapping now. Start the task. Mapping valid. Let's see the records in target definition. So the name Laura is there, so it's changed. Mozi is there, that's changed. James there, that's changed. So the benefit of so the private UDF is can be called from another user-defined function. We can't call directly a private UDF, so we can call by another user-defined function. So it's created as a private. So I created that here and created one public UDF. So I called a private UDF at there. So one more point is if a user defined function is created public, now if you click change there, so you will get the message or cannot make a public user defined function to private. If you declare public, then you can't change that one. And next is I already we can lay a user defined function in another user defined function. So one is private user defined function and I declare I used private user defined function with public user defined function. So this is a 2 point user defined function call another user defined function. So that's all about user defined function. So now it's done at here. Thanks for watching. See you in next video.